Alright, what's up, y'all? We did this song and dance last year, and I'm not gonna be throwing up as much footage as last year at the event, because I didn't get all that much. Because, honestly, I kind of just wanted to be in the moment. Now, yeah, for what I did last year, when I went to Battle BC 7, I just sectioned off each day, threw up footage of each day, talked about what I did during those days. It's more or less the same thing here, except there's kind of less of a wow factor because of like, oh wow, oh my god, Rivals 2 at a Smash Major and actually has a top 8. I mean, it's the same thing here. Like, yes, Rivals 2 is at Battle of BC 8. We actually have a top 8. We actually had like a proper stream schedule and shit like that. And honestly, this time around, it felt a bit tighter, like a bit more efficient. Because, like, I don't know if that's because of ignorance, because I didn't volunteer this year, or the feedback was taken really, really seriously. First things first, on the rival side of things, I'd like to thank Black Bolt initially for stepping up. Then, when he felt the need to step down, he passed it on to Bird. And then, due to unfortunate circumstances, Bird had to step down, and then it was Flare 2V and Delta doing most of it for the rival side of things. So big ups to them. So yeah, anyways, let's get started with day one. All right, so when I arrived to day one, so one of the first things that gave me kind of a scare was like the internet situation with the venue. Because it was kind of slow, so they kind of needed somebody to hotspot. Now, you're wondering, why do you need a hotspot? Well, first of all, I could at least gratefully say that these PCs had Steam installed, unlike last year, and actually had Rivals 2 installed. But we still need to boot. We still need like the internet to like log into Steam, and then boot up the game. And yeah, oh my god, dude, I still hate that you need internet to like be able to like boot up the game with the skins and with the palettes. I don't know how you're gonna fix that. That's more of the game just like not being up to snub in some areas, but either way, yeah, I had to lend my phone out because I'm one of the few people in the venue, I think, that just has like a ridiculously unlimited data, like a ridiculous contract for unlimited data. So yeah, I had to do that, and I had to pass my phone off to the TOs, and then while I was doing comms for doubles, which by the way, huge shoutouts for Chronocos for being like a dope doubles commentator with me. Like that was sick. So yeah, no, and the big thing with me is, like, I don't really like competing in doubles, and that extends to, like, watching doubles sometimes, but doing comms for doubles really changed my view, and then, yeah, I've just always hated doubles in Smash, and, like, and that kind of just extended into Rivals 1, because, like, because to me, I play fighting games just because, like, I want it to only be my fault when I lose. I don't want any other X factors, like, involved. But, again, doing commentary for doubles really changed my view a bit, at least for watching doubles. I'll like, sit down and watch doubles with people, if they're down. But playing it, I mean, you gotta have to convince me. And, yeah. And then for folks that did watch that doubles block, that first half of doubles for Battle of BC, please give me any feedback. Like, if I'm good, say I'm good, and then, like, tell me what you liked about my commentary. And then if I sucked, please let me know why I sucked. Just let me know. Just don't leave it as like, oh man, yo, that one Outcast guy sucked at commentary. Fucking dude, tell me why. Tell me why. Like, what's that gonna do? You want better comms, and then you think a commentator sucked, and then you feel the need to say that? Just say why. Say why you didn't like that. That's all. Because like one of my pet peeves is literally criticism without any reason why. Because then it's like, bro, then like I'm not gonna take you seriously. So I finished that up, straight into my pools match. I'm hungry as shit, but the TOs like Delta and Flare really wanted me to play really badly, so I felt really bad because like first of all, this is all best of 5, and my god, these were the fastest best of 5 matches I've ever played because I was so hangry at that point. So I like blitzed through my first 2 matches, and then like I'm like way ahead at the time. So and then I munched down on a burger that was given to me by Flare. Thank God. So I was just waiting on Kid Bublin versus Gengar. I fought the winner of that, and man, it was a heartbreaker because Kid Bublin was down to 2, and then he brought it back to game 5, and then again, shoutouts to Kid Bublin for taking it to game 5. That's rough, and I should know because like when I was up against Gengar, I was getting smoked for 2 games. But we'll talk about that in a bit. But I guess right now. So me and Gengar, like I said, I'm getting washed games 1 and 2. Well, not really washed, but I'm dying at sub 120, and then I'm bringing it to last stock each and every time. So I win game 3, and that's the sign of life I needed to try to turn it around. Because like I think it was like kind of handily from what I remember. Then we get to game 4. And this is probably the worst game I've played all of the weekend, and we both sucked in that game 4. I don't know what happened. It's like when like in Space Jam where like all the basketball players get the talent like drained out of them. That was me and Gengar that game 4. And then game 5, everything just started clicking. Like, I'm just starting to connect everything that I needed, and then Gengar was just running into everything. So, yeah, I had hella nerves that match, and then, yes, I make it out of pools. That was, like, that. Basically, day 1 is, like, me commentating, then me doing my pools matches, then a lot of waiting into the, like, one of the main things I cared about more than the bracket itself was the regional crew battles. Like, god damn. But yeah, we'll get into that later. During my time waiting, right, I get a text from Combo, right, saying like, yo, can I be on standby for another block if I want it? And turns out, I was not needed. I was just waiting around for like 30 minutes to an hour because Ziggy is a trooper. He did a block for Ultimate and then Rivals back to back, and he killed it. And I know my ass would have wanted a nap after if I had to do something like that because like I think he just got double booked, which okay, that's tough. But yo, he's a trooper for wanting to do it back to back. So yeah, a lot of waiting till like crews. I was just getting a lot of friendlies. I will say there was like a thing that happened where I was thrown into the bandwagon by Lentini. He threw me and Copter in the bandwagon of playing Rivals of Aether the right way. Now, we're both thinking, what the hell does that even mean? Playing Rivals of Aether the right way. Well, my man was setting us up for failure because what that meant was playing only with our right hand. And then Copter goes random, so I felt peer pressure to go random. I get Maple, he gets Arcane. I am screwed. Till I remember how Plub won Genesis X. And if y'all watch that, it was just a lot of F tilt. And that move is still crazy. That move comes out so fast, and it can just, because we're only playing with one hand, you can't even DI it properly. Because like we're trying to use the attack stick the entire time. So yeah. Now, one of the other things to note, and this is also why, like, I felt like kind of not the need to like record everything, because I was hanging out with one of the Wisely Wars competitors, Brayden, and his homie Lucas, who I didn't even know played Roa 1 like that, to my knowledge. He at least competed in Genesis X, and it was and also this was also Brayden's first major and first offline, and he wanted to see what it was all about. And I'm just like, I was trying to get this dude to go to locals first before Battle of BC, because like in my mind, high key, I don't think your first offline tournament, unless you're a spectator, should be like at a big major like this, because you want to get used to the format, you want to get to know people, you want to be able to get huge friendly sessions, because some of the setups might just get taken over for bracket, which, by the way, that was not a problem here. Things moved so fast that, like, dude, you were getting friendlies after, like, the friendly setups were, like, free after, like, 40 minutes. And then, yeah, no, like, it was pretty fun hanging out with Brayden. Watching him, like, getting hyped up for his first win. Like, not even set, first game win was, like, it reminded me, like, when I first started, like, going to brackets. But then again, this was, like, in 2019. Ultimate was, like, pretty newish at the time, and then, like, Incineroar was just the cheese master, so I was able to get a set at least. But no, it just reminded me of that, and, like, why I want to keep doing this, like, keep competing, keep wanting to meet people, keep wanting to see improvement within my scene and within the scene in general. And then back to the reason why I didn't want to record everything is because this guy was just streaming his entire run. He's just streaming, like, all the days he was, like, a part of. So day 1 and day 2, because he was in Redemption. But yeah, no, like, if you want to see his POV, like, he'll probably come up with a video about, like, going to Smash Major, or going to a major just for Rivals, and then, like, he might talk about it again on stream, who knows. But no, huge shoutouts to Brayden and his homie Lucas, who, by the way, Lucas, I think, made a mini run of his own, despite not competing like that. So big ups to him, because that I think that's insane. Alright, all the side quests are done. that was basically the side quests to the thing that really mattered, the regional crew battles. So I guess this is, like, gonna be a tradition for us if we, hopefully, willing, if we get a Battle of BC 9, is we have the BC regional crew battles, and the crews this year were on Quinzel, I think, Team PG, Team Island, Team Valley, Team Mainland B, and Team Mainland A. So, yeah, no, like, they're just, all these regions I just named are all sub-regions for British Columbia, Canada, right? And then I'm gonna throw up on the screen of, like, each team and its members at the time. Now, this was super fun. And please go watch the regional crew battle. I'll leave the link of the side stream and the main one of, like, when it happened. And again, this one was, like, lit, especially, like, because, like, we're not doing this as the venue's closing, because, again, like, I think we tightened up a little bit on the scheduling of things, and also the teams aren't as lopsided as last year, because hot damn, there was, like, some rust spots, and especially because people were new to Rivals at that time, except for peeps like me, Debrick, Bullets, Locust, and Cantrip at the time. And then, like, also Bird at the time really leveled up faster than a lot of people at that time. But yeah, no, like, the team I was a part of was Team Mainland A, and which was me, Frutility, Glacian, Yali, Penguinos, and Trash and Splash, who was a sub, who we had to use because I think Penguinos forgot. But nah, Team Mainland A, y'all stressed me out when we started, because y'all were shit-talking the other team. But why? We didn't need to do that. And like, yo, Outcast, you do this sometimes on your streams. Why was it different here? Well, you see, we see these people all the time at events, and also we're not even sure if we're gonna win because Team Deeprick was insane, and Team Valley was also like kind of like a sleeper pick too. But nah, like for real though, like we played the best we could, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Like we all did our best, and yeah, no, like here's hoping we get paired up again next year if we're all going. Because that was the bracket that was the thing that really mattered, because a trophy was on the line, damn it, and regional pride. But yeah, anyways, on to day 2, and that's right. Enough of this feeling shit. It's go time for day 2. I had to pick up a homie who wanted to see what like a major gaming event looked like, because she goes to anime conventions, and she was thinking it might be the same vibe. And first of all, I mean kinda, and second of all, I hate Vancouver parking. Dude, this pissed me off. I was nearly late to do comms, and keep in mind, we had like a 40-minute lead on trying to get to the venue, because I had to pick her up on the other side of So yeah, no. Now for doing comms for pools, I was kind of nervous, like really nervous, and I was doing comms with Yin, which, dude, he caught that I was nervous, and I'll get into that later. But anyways, yeah, no. For now, at that moment, I got my homie acquainted a little bit with like what's gonna happen. We still got there early. Well, later than I would like, but still early before like pools actually started. So she was just going around looking at the art, and then like wanted to watch like the some of the sets and just hang out and just be in the audience. So yeah. Anyways, I'm doing comms with Yin, 10 a.m. pools, and then after I have to play Cake Assault. But anyways, back to how I was feeling some nerves going into it, especially like doing comms with somebody like kind of established, and especially like how top 8 went for Gobble for me. But yeah, and doubles is doubles, so that's why I had less nerves going into doubles. But however, I don't really got an excuse anymore, especially with how Gobble went. And like this is like technically my second year trying to get comms, and then I'm already like trying to go up against like people that are like kind of established. You know what I'm saying? Again, folks, if you have a problem with how I do comms, please at least elaborate why I suck. Other than like just saying I suck without any help, because I want to be the best I can be, not only as a competitor, but also as a commentator. But anyways, yeah, no, Yin consents that I was nervous, and then we cut to first break, and then we just workshopped for a couple of minutes, giving me advice how to deal with nerves. And after that, that shit just ended up being more fun, and Yin was like amazing to be around and do comms with. And I can't wait for events to keep booking this guy, and hopefully we both go to events where we're both going, or we both go to the same events, and then like the cards fall where they may, and we can just we also can like do a commentary together again, because again that was fun. But anyways, top 32 first match, Cake Assault. Wow, it's like last year, except this time he didn't play Forsburn on me. He went Fleet. In my head, I'm like, dude, you gotta be kidding me, man. It's like a deity really doesn't want me to do well right now. But anyways, I have waxed game 1. Alright, like I almost get 3 stocked, right? So move on to game 2. My first stock's gone in a blink. Blink and you miss it. Then I'm like, okay, whatever. But like, all I can do is my best. I take his first stock, right? All right, cool. He takes my second one, and then Like, and I barely got him to 100%. Then I'm on my last stock for game 2. I take his next stock, and then new backdrop, and then I get him to 100%. Then I think I die, which, Then basically, and then game 3 was game 3. I get the stock lead, but then I lose. Like, but it was still last stock, so I did improve from last year. That's at least a good sign. Into a negative, into like an even worse matchup, I might add. But yeah, no. After that, I had to ask. I'm like, all right, are you gonna go fleet the entire time? And then he said yes until I get top 8, because the fleet was specifically for Corn Cycle. And then it just so happened to like just be a even worse matchup for me. Which, like, dude, all right. Because, like, preemptively, that just unintentionally screws me over. But, yeah, anyways. What really did unintentionally screw me over horrendously was Nurse beating Bullets. And keep in mind, that was a pools match to get out. To get out of pools. So, I had to commentate the match that just, like, signed my death warrant, bro. Which is, you know, sometimes the bracket ain't gonna work for you, and that's fine. So yeah, I had to fight Bullets. Like, loser gets 17th, and if y'all know our set history, it is not looking good for your boy over here. But that's okay. 17th isn't a bad place, and especially just for the start of R2CS. And I also had 2 commentary blocks, which is like double of what I got last year. So I'm grateful for how my run went, because I did have my Cinderella run last year, which I got 9th, which again, like, not many people can say, many people can say that they did well at a major. So yeah, there's that. All right, yeah, so I'm out, and then I was yeah, so basically so my homie, right, was also watching, and I say I'm out, and then I'm like, all right, who's your favorite character or player to watch? She says Nurse Lorena specifically, which I find it hilarious because, like, A, that was the person that screwed me over. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I say this mostly as a joke because, like, realistically, I'm not even sure if I would have been able to beat Nurse because she was playing on fire. She deadass got 9th. So, like, I would have just preferred to lose to somebody that I don't fight all the time at BC events. So that's whatever. But either way, huge shout outs to Nurse for getting 9th, for killing it in comms, and also for making my friend a Nurse superfan. and that's how I'm gonna refer to my homegrown now. Like, whenever I mention her on stream or in this video, is, yeah, she is now Nurse superfan. So there was another character that caught her eye, and like, we'll get to that. That's an important question later. And at this point, she's either watching some of the matches or I'm catching friendlies. I didn't record all that much because I wanted to be more in the moment. And like I said earlier, Brayden was just streaming everything, just streaming his POV and Lucas's POV. So then we get to the point where I'm watching Dolphin Brick versus Salt, because Salt was seated really high, and then Dolphin Brick, yo man, that's the Evo champion, and that's the champion of Cruz, because like his team won it. And so yeah, and this goes into like what I said of like, yo, the second character that Nurse Superfan really liked watching was Orcane, and D-Brick Orcane specifically, because he was making Orcane look easy. So I'm like, damn, bro, I thought you'd be a Salt fan. Because her and Nurse feel like they have the same energy going on when it comes to bracket and when they're on Demon Time. And she says, nah, it doesn't hit the same. That the Fire Lion doesn't draw me in. In fact, I don't find the Fire Lion interesting. And it's low-key hard to follow along, unlike Orcane and Lorena. I'm just like, No shot, bro. Yeah, okay, yeah, you wanna tell the chat what you think about Zetter?
Who's that?
The fire lion.
He's kind of boring.
Okay, and you were a fan of Lorena, right? And you thought Orcane was cute, right?
Yeah, like the puddles and everything.
Oh my god.
It's like cute. It reminded me of my cat.
You know what's crazy? Orcane's based off of a cat and a whale.
Wait, really?
Yes, it was I don't know which cat.
It works.
Panther.
A panther? Okay, well my other homie was saying panther.
There was one where there was 2 players.
I got a question. So, folks that are fighting game players and Pathfinder players alike, how would you get a normie to watch Rivals of Aether 2 without the usage of heavyweights? Because I feel like that's cheating. Because I think Rivals has like one of the more unique heavyweights, and heavyweights in general are just more fun to watch, I guess, if you're not in the know of like how bullshit they are, right? And it's also because it's sacrilege to have the fat ass as good in any capacity of any character. So, what characters or character archetype would you make it like to where it's watchable for Roa 2? Because in Nurse Superfan's case, it's somebody oozing with charisma like Lorena, or absurdly cute characters like Orcane. She even said, "Oh, I might play the clip." Where recently in a stream, she just calls me impromptu, and I'm like, "Hey, yeah, can you answer this?" Yeah, I'll play it in a minute. But anyways, no, because like, dude. She said the space animal was kind of hard to follow. So you might throw Maple or Ollie in that bandwagon, but Ollie might be watchable for some people. And then Fleet, when she's in the air, I'll throw her in the bandwagon. Dude, she goes crazy in the air, apparently. When she's like doing nairs and shit. But anyways, yeah, all we're left with is like Lorena, because she borders on the heavyweight, but again, like, that might not count because people hate grapplers. Or we get cute characters like Orcane. Or the thing I've been pitching is like, okay, maybe the 3 Goonbait characters might be the way to get people to watch, might be the way to watch Rivals 2, which those 3 would be like Forsburn, because, oh, I can fix some type energy. You got Absa. I don't gotta explain. Slade. I really don't have to explain that one. But I just want to throw this out there. I might make this an entire video on its own. But anyways, back to the match we were watching. Yeah, Debrick won against Salt, which is like, dude, that was just a bad roll for Salt, I think. Like, that's tough. That's tough. And out of all the setups, I think the side stream setup was like the one that was kind of finicky. So there's that. So, yeah, winner of that fights Maya to get into top 8. Winner, like, to get into top 8 for day 3. And that's where it ends for BC, because, like, because, dude, Maya just steamrolled D-Brick a little bit in a couple of the games. So, yeah, all of BC's eliminated because we've had a crap ton of team kills, and that's tough. But, yeah, that's just rough, man. But I still think we showed out to the best we could. Well, except me, because like I feel like I played bad for like the bullets said, but that's neither here or there. And then when we get back, first of all, Nurse Superfan had to leave because she had to go take care of her cat. But anyways. Yeah, we got back the mystery bracket. It's Bob C. Now, those that don't know, that wasn't watching or keeping up with the event, Bob C is the mascot for Battle of BC, and he's just a little guy. He's just a little dude, right? And he's also a workshop character. So this guy was really fun to play as. He has moves from King DDD, Kirby, Inkling, and he has 1 space animal move. Anyways, I highly encourage people to play Bob C, Bobby Crest, because like, dude, again, this was an absurd character to make in such a short time, and huge shoutouts to the team that made him on short notice, because I know it's not easy, like, trying to make a workshop character in Rivals 2 because of, like, the challenges that came with it, especially going from, like, pixel art to 3D, where you need, like, more to your skill set to be able to do. So yeah, anyways, folks, yeah, again, huge shoutouts to the team, huge shoutouts to Uncle Satan for making the kit, for, like, doing the rigging, right? Yeah, I think it was Uncle Satan that did the rig animations, moveset, mod development, Primal for the model, Porky for the character design, Bird for moveset testing and balancing, Blank Mauser, Ray Wolf, and Mystery Soul for testing and balancing. Yo, shoutouts to them. Like, it was really fun playing this character, and also huge shoutouts to Flare and Delta for holding down the side events too, because I know the Redemption and Bobby C bracket like conflicted with each other, but they made it work. But anyways, back to the bracket. The bracket I cared about one of the other brackets I cared about the most, because there was a trophy on the line, and I got second. I'll throw a link in the description of, like, the bracket itself, of, like, the stream going on for it. But, like, guys, remember, do not fuck with my Bobby Crest. I got second in the Bobby C bracket. Like, dude, it was really fun, like, trying to understand the character mid-bracket and, like, figuring out tips and tricks, like, along the way as you're playing your opponent in bracket, and then, like, really using it for the next one. I distinctly remember the curling puck, right? Because, like, that's one of his moves, and it's an item, and it's really strong. But how do you pick it up? Well, I figured out during the Pikmon match. Bossy has these shields, right, that he can throw and recall. So I just throw shield one way, right, and then I do special ledge get up attack to throw the puck towards the shield, and then I pick up the curling puck, and then I'm just able to throw it at the opponent. And then that was the only way I was able to beat Sophie, is because it's such a stupid out-of-pocket option, and the puck goes really fast if you throw it. So there's that. But yeah, no, like, I don't want to... Me trying to describe, like, this character and, like, how he moves doesn't do it justice. I really encourage, like, watching gameplay of yourself or playing the character yourself. Because, again, like, a lot of effort went into this character, especially on short notice. Shoutouts to everybody involved. And then, like, afterwards, like, there wasn't really much to do. Everybody just kind of dipped and was doing their own thing. I was just only getting friendlies in with Hyperflame. Which, like, oh, man, dude. By the way, people, like, man, y'all need more Whimsy, man. Me, Hyperflame, and Nurse Superfan were down. We're down to just dip the venue early and then, like, just go do karaoke. Because, like, all the karaoke bars in Vancouver are expensive. You gotta go to places like Burnaby or Richmond, I guess, for that type of activity. But yeah, no, like, y'all need more Whimsy. Especially for cheap. But anyways, on to day 3. Okay, so day 3, there wasn't really much going on. Top 8 was Insanity. I'll leave the link in the description of, like, the playlist for top 8. But I will really say, shoutouts to Corn Cycle, because, like, dude, this guy was insane, getting the crowd moving. Like, and by the way, I noticed whenever Lorena was on the screen, but, like, I noticed the seats were full at the time. Anytime Lorena was on the screen. So, dude, I'm gonna say it again, or I'm gonna say it now. Dude, even normies have spacey fatigue. So again, how would you get people to watch Rivals without the use of heavyweights? And, like, Lorena's undeniable, man. Like, even if you do hate grapplers, I want, call me Mark Anthony, because I need to know, man. Because we need more people to, like, to at least watch the game, and then, like, the good word can spread around of this awesome game. Like, help me out. Help me out. Anyways. Yeah, no, it kind of, this time around though, despite the setups being available till 6:30, it felt kind of empty, because like after top 8 finished, people were just kind of dipping, like, and this was like one of my major complaints last year, is like, dude, there was like no friendly setups, like at all, like, and we had to like steal some PCs to like be able to get friendlies in with people that like we normally don't get to play. But yeah, no, this time around though, I was able to like just catch friendlies with Locke and then like Todd, which was really fun. So yeah, and it was just a lot of that going around, a lot of waiting around for setups to open up, see if people wanted to catch hands. I did look around in the high ground, wasn't much going on. Especially because I wasn't doing Rivals 1. But yeah, no, day 3 was kind of just me being there. Oh, I will say though, I found it funny that Brayden was saying that he was inspired. Like, yo, man, I'm getting so much inspiration. I might pick between Lox and Orcane, and then he watches top 8. He's like, no, actually, Lorena. I'm like, dude, oh my god, dude. I thought that was hilarious. It was cool, like seeing and meeting people again, either for the first time or the first time in a while. Because like it really boosted my enjoyment of Battle BC and Spiga, which I feel like this was like a step up from last year, especially since things for at least the main brackets were on time, aside from top 8 where we were only like 20 minutes to like 30 from what I was hearing. And shoutouts to everybody involved for Battle of BC, and like especially for the rival side of things, because like I feel like it was kind of hard to follow up on 7. So because of like what I said last time, I'm like, okay, this is the first time Rivals is like here, or Rivals 2 is here, or Rivals in general in a serious capacity is here for Battle of BC. So let's see how things go. And the fact that we were able to, like, it was able to be tightened up is amazing. And even the boat, which is insane, because I don't particularly, that doesn't particularly tickle my fancy, like the boat party, but people were making it sound really lit and gave me a bit of FOMO because of like all the activities that was going on there. Like there was even a dance floor, like, and shit, free food. But then I say it did give me FOMO for a little bit, but then I remembered, oh, I got 7 hours of sleep that night. So yeah. Anyways, I want to dedicate this last portion is to say like we got, this is like what we got stuck with after Bird needed to step down due to injury at the last minute, which is in and of itself tragic. And I hope Bird gets a speedy recovery and comes back stronger, comes back to the scene stronger, like a stronger competitor and a stronger TO. Because like, dude, this is him taking the reins from Black Bull, and like there was like other stuff that Bird wanted to add but just couldn't because of like the troubling circumstances. But anyways, no, but Flair and Delta and other people stepped up for the rival side of things. So again, huge shout outs to them. And I'm not gonna lie, this event made me really want to grind Rivals more and be the best player and commentator I possibly can if I ever do get the travel. And it honestly feels like the few BC events I've been going to, I was phoning in a little bit. But yeah, no, like I hope you stuck around for like to this portion of the video, or just been around in my journey of Rivals in general. and will continue to stick around for the journey. So yeah. All right, that was it. That was how Battle BC went for me. A couple changes for me after this major is like, first off, I want to do more commentary. No doy, considering of how much fun I had. Second thing, if you've been around in my streams recently, you'll know that I just got laid off. Honestly, thank fuck, that place was toxic. And yeah, but I'm honestly kind of more driven, at least to try to get at least push to 500 subs or 1,000 if I'm being optimistic. But most of all, I kind of want support on the watch hours because let's up those numbers, because I really do want to do this more. Like I at least have more incentive to do this more. So yeah, no, like the way to support me in this case is like the video if you liked what you were hearing from me, and please subscribe. It is free 99 to do both those options. But if you do want to support in a small way, at least monetarily, I have a creator code with Rivals of Aether 2. Use code 1OutCast at the checkout. When you buy these bundles, you guys get bonus bucks like Milwaukee, and you guys can ball like a Laker in-game. I help you out, you help me out. So, yeah, no, and if you want to see me more in a live setting, I guess I stream whenever I feel like it now at the moment, but you're most likely going to see stream for me Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I try to shoot for evenings PST. I also multi-stream. Even more incentive to subscribe. You get 0 ads, unlike Twitch. If you really don't want to give Jeff Bezos your money and time, you just sub to the YouTube, and I stream on here as well, on this platform. And also, last thing to promote, please tune into the Wavelength Intel podcast. What is Wavelength Intel? It's where me and the homies talk about Rivals of Aether 1 and Rivals of Aether 2 and other happenings in other platform fighters, because we love this genre. We go live, try to shoot for 6 p.m. PST on Sundays. So if you want to be part of the chat and like shoot us some questions, that's where you can find us. Anyways, peace. I'm gonna leave the playlist in the description to catch up on previous episodes. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Peace.